Joined now by our international correspondent, Alex Newman. Alex, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me, Duke. Great to be with you.
We live in a time when maybe you and I ought to reconsider these beards, because you have children now in American public schools, and this is utterly predictable. If you're going to let kids pretend to be whatever gender they say they are, if you're going to let them to engage in this kind of denial of biological reality, why not allow them to become identifying as furries? Tell us what a furry is, Alex.
Yeah, you almost feel ridiculous talking about it, Duke, but there are now hundreds of thousands of kids all across this country in government schools. I mean, brainwashed zombies, I feel so bad for them, that are identifying as they call themselves furries. They might be identifying as a dog or a cat or a kangaroo. And so they come to school wearing tails. They come to school, painting whiskers on themselves. They put little fake ears on. And like literally the ones that identify as cats, they'll meow at people. The ones that identify as dogs will bark at people. They'll growl at people. In some cases, we've got reports of children biting other students as if they were dogs. And this whole scandal kind of broke because there was a report in Michigan about a school putting a litter box in one of the bathrooms for the children that identify as cats. Now, the superintendent there said that wasn't true, but the fact that the kids are dressing up as animals and barking and meowing is absolutely true. It's demonstrably true, and it's happening all across this country.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. What is this adult inability now? I mean, this is the same adult progressives who just 5-6 years ago were lecturing children about not being, little girls aren't princesses, that's misogynist and patriarchal, we can't dress our girls up like that, but dressing them up as anteaters or whatever is perfectly normal and acceptable. What is this concession of reality that adults, from time immemorial, it has been the role of parents to ease children through education into an adult world? Why has the progressive left completely abandoned this?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head at the start of the program, Duke, when you said that this is just the logical progression of what's been going on. I mean, if a boy can identify as a girl and wear a skirt and go into the girls' bathroom and change with the girls in the locker room, we got to be logically consistent here. Why can that child not then identify as a cat or a tree or a zebra, right? There's absolutely no logical reason why a child should be able to pick their gender but not be able to pick being some other type of creature. And I think the real explanation for this, Duke, and a lot of people don't like to hear this, but the real explanation to be found in Romans 1 of the Bible. When these progressives would do what the Bible describes as deliberately suppressing the truth in their unrighteousness. They want to deny that God exists. They want to deny that there are eternal moral truths that apply everywhere at all times for all eternity. Then they are handed over to a depraved mind, and they believe absolutely idiotic things like that it's acceptable to pick a new gender, or that it's acceptable to pick being a cat or a dog and to behave like a dog. And so, where is the logical ending point of this? Is there any, off ramp where we can kind of de-escalate this situation? And honestly, I don't know. I don't know how crazy this gets before people finally come to their senses.
Why can't some clever kid identify as a teacher and then change his own grades? I mean, or
identify as a principal and
principal.
Start, firing everybody.
Or why can't I identify as a Social Security receiving senior citizen and start getting paid? Why is that not possible? It is possible.
Using the logic of these people, there's absolutely no reason why you should not be able to do that. Hey, I should be able to identify as the President of the United States. You better let me into that White House. You don't want to discriminate against me based on my perceived identity.
It'd be interesting to see you to identify as the President of the United States. You'd have to immediately start falling asleep, and we wouldn't want that to happen. But so last point, we got a minute left. Obviously, one thing we haven't covered yet. What does this mean, though? What kind of leverage does this kind of garbage, accepting the furry movement, how does that help the left undermine parental rights?
It helps the left undermine everything, from parental rights to civilization to common sense to basic standards of behavior. I mean, again, I don't see where the logical endpoint is here, but if we continue on this road, it literally means the complete implosion of everything that makes civilization possible. I mean, we could literally go back to being, jungle-dwelling savages swinging from trees, and that's why we need to resist this madness before it goes any further.